Hey everyone, I'm Stephen, and today we are diving into something that is more than just grammar and syntax. It is the heartbeat of our Filipino identity. And I'm going to give you my personal thoughts and opinion about this video, which is a brief history of Tagalog and Filipino language, of which you can find the video and creator on YouTube, link down below. Now, beyond dates and shifts in linguistics, these words carry the resilience and laughter and shared souls of millions of Filipinos across many generations. After watching this video, I spent some time reflecting on how these languages have evolved, and I'm excited to share my personal thoughts and insight of why this journey from Tagalog to Filipino is such a deeply human story of connection and survival. When a foreigner asks, "What is your national language?" most Filipino would just simply say Tagalog to avoid the confusion. But internally, this is a topic of bitter debate. Is it Filipino with a P or Filipino with an F? My insight here is that this isn't just about letters, it's about identity. While Tagalog refers to a specific ethno-linguistic group of Filipino, it represents a national aspiration. Using Tagalog as a shortcut is a practical choice for outsiders, but it also glossed over the rich but sometimes painful history of how we tried to unite 7,000 islands under one tongue. Before the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, the Philippines was not a unified nation. We were a collection of independent communities speaking over 120 different languages. It's interesting to note that while we think of unity as having as one language, the survival of these 120 languages is an actual testament of the resilience of our own culture. Unlike other colonized nations where native tongues were wiped out, the Philippines managed to preserve its linguistic diversity despite centuries of foreign rule. When the Spanish arrived, they took a unique approach here. Unlike in Mexico, where the natives were whipped for not learning Spanish, missionaries in the Philippines learned the local language to spread Catholicism. My thoughts on this is that this was a double-edged sword. While it was kinder because it preserved our national dialect, but it also was a tool for control. By not teaching us Spanish, the colonial government ensures that the masses remain separated from the halls of power, where Spanish was the only language spoken. Because there were no mandatory education in Spanish, leadership in the government and businesses became a monopoly for Spaniards. This created a massive social divide. My insight here on this is that language was used as a gatekeeper. If you didn't speak the language of the colonizers, you couldn't participate in your own country's destiny. This resentment is exactly what fueled the revolution. The realization that to be free, we needed to communicate on our own terms. Surprisingly, when we declared independence in Kawit in 1898, the official language was Spanish. The national anthem and declaration were written in the language of our oppressors. Why? Because at that time, Spanish was the only common bridge language for the educated elites across the island. However, this doesn't sit well with everyone. The revolution started with Tagalog-speaking provinces, with many felt that the heart of the new nation should be spoken in our native tongue, not a borrowed one. By 1959, the government introduced Filipino. This was essentially a nationalized version of Tagalog. The insight here is the standardization process as we saw in the example of Bicol and Manila. Even Tagalog speakers couldn't agree on its usage. In Bicol, nakain ka ba ng isda means do you eat fish? But in Manila, it sounded like you were eaten by the fish. The creation of Filipino was an attempt to iron out these regional quirks, to create a clean, professional version of the language for school and law. The 1987 Constitution officially changed the name from Filipino. This wasn't just a spelling change. The shift from P to F was a symbolic opening of the door. While Filipino was based strictly on Tagalog, Filipino was designed to be inclusive, incorporating words from Cebuano and Ilocano, and even English or Spanish. My take on this is that it reflects a shift from Tagalog-centric thinking to a truly national mindset, acknowledging that Cebuanos contribute just as well as Malininos. The University of the Philippines played a huge role in this by publishing the UP Dictionaryong Filipino. This dictionary proved that Filipino is a living, breathing, and evolving language. It's no longer just Tagalog with a different name. It is a sponge that soaked up the culture of 20 million Cebuano speakers and 11 million Ilocano speakers. This showed that the language is not only as strong as the number of people it managed to include it. One of the most beautiful insights from our history is that even though we pushed for a national language, we never truly lost our regional ones. When Filipinos celebrate fiestas, we don't do it in English or standardized school and tongue. We do it in our own mother tongue. We managed to find a balance between having a national language for business and law and keeping our heart language for poetry, song, and soul. So when a foreigner asks us, what is our language? You can now answer it with depth. We call it Filipino because it is a tapestry of our history, from Spanish missionaries who learned our dialect, to the revolutionaries who wrote it in Spanish, to the modern scholars incorporating Cebuano and Ilocano. Understanding the difference between Tagalog and Filipino isn't just a grammar lesson. It's an appreciation of how we stay diverse while fighting to become one. Thank you guys for watching for my video.